All right, my friends, we just got to the shop. We got a package in the mail for the FRS today from Deechworks, my boys over at Deechworks. So we got a fuel system in this box right here. That's gonna allow us to make quite a bit of sauce on this car. I did have a realization earlier today. I don't see why we couldn't fire this thing up, like right now, before we do the fuel system. We can fire it up and then we can do the fuel system. The only things that we've done is just slapped on the turbo kit. So we haven't touched any of the sensors on the car. It doesn't have any sort of flex fuel on it. It's still on pump gas, still stock injectors, fuel pump, stock MAF, stock map sensor. Why couldn't we start it up on the stock tune? Obviously we can't go drive the car. If we did one pull, we would probably blow it up, but I literally just want to start it up for fun because it's gonna be fun and see how she is going to sound. I don't know why it wouldn't work. I might be not thinking properly right now because I'm excited, but I'm gonna give it a shot. We do have to install our front pipe. So that came in the mail today as well. Let's get that guy on and then try to start it. Is this even a good idea? I think we'll be all right. As always, very excellent packaging from the boys over at eBay, from all the eBay sellers. She only broke through the box a few times, but ooh, look at that tape job. Nonetheless, it's just a pipe, so I don't really care. This pipe may be temporary. This thing's getting temporary pipe today. And the reason for that is because I'm still on the lookout for a 3-inch front and overpipe combo. So if you know of one, I know JDL makes them, but they don't have any in stock. So if you know of one, let me know. Now, of course, for 60 bucks, it's not gonna be the most high quality thing in the world. I can already tell right off the bat, the flanges are pretty thin. Let's hope we don't bend a flange installing this thing. But it is just a pipe. Ain't no resonators in it, no cats. Check out the thinness of those flanges. A little sketchy, but let's go ahead and get the car up in the air and see if it's gonna connect to everything else that we have. Another eBay front pipe, and then some sort of cat back. Not really sure, but let's hope she fits. All right, we got her on. It definitely doesn't fit mint, but it fits. We got a little sus of a gap right there, so I think as soon as we clamp these bolts down, it should hopefully close that gap up. I don't really know. At least it fits. It's definitely gonna do the trick. Let's get that thing tightened up and fire this thing up. All right, boys and girls, here's the finished product. I bet you this flange or this little bracket ain't gonna make it past maybe a week. We got everything tightened up. It's all good to go. Definitely not the highest of quality parts we've installed, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Let's go ahead and slap some oil and a filter on this thing and see what happens. I'm really curious to see how this thing sounds. Perfect timing.
You haven't started it yet?
Literally about to fire it up right now.
Cool.
Should we show them the new drop?
Show them.
Coming soon?
Coming soon.
Hold that real quick. What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to elvinwear.com, where you can find Bobby Wallace on t-shirt. It's a little small, but she fits aight. We're gonna go ahead and fire this car up real quick. We got a little bit of oil in her. You're like such a douche, dude.
It's a small. It's literally a small.
I should just steal these and sell them on Boston. Shall we? You want to try it? You want to fire it so I can like watch
Sure.
to make sure she ain't gonna blow up?
Yeah, you gonna hold
Okay.
the camera?
Hold up real quick. Let me set you guys up. Bobby's gonna cry when she sees this. Sorry, I'm stretching at your shirt. Let me make sure she got almost enough oil in it. Oh, she's dry on the dipstick. Hold up.
You're good. Clutch in on this one?
I like the feel of this print too. It feels nice.
Yeah, that's what the DTG.
I love how the kit looks. Like
Yeah.
all this piping.
I didn't even get a chance to look at it.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Hit it. Wait. Call start for the boys. She ain't like cranking it too much. It sounded like I had a pretty good exhaust leak somewhere. Is everything tight? I think so. All right, we'll send it. Are you revving it at all? No. Try to rev it up and keep it running. She's not happy. Oh, dude, it actually sounds sick. Rev it up. Rev it up a little bit. Alright, that's good. Alright, kill it.
Oh wait, she's running now.
Kill it. That's all I needed. She ain't happy at all.
No, definitely not.
She's like, what's all this new air from this trip ski doing to me? Hell yeah, dude. No leaks. It sounds kind of cool with that unequal length header. It sounds like a Subi now. I like how we go to unequal length on this and then equal length on Bobby's.
Yeah, it sounds good though.
It does sound good. I was worried that this car was gonna be really, really loud because there's no cats, no resonators, no nothing. But we do have a turbo, which kind of is a muffler, right? Right, Jared?
Yes.
Can be.
I didn't even get a chance to see this, but this looks really dope actually. Nice little MAP. So are these gonna color like the?
No.
No.
These
are stainless. Is that the deal?
No, these all stay cold.
Okay.
So like the downpipe maybe a little bit, exhaust
yeah, maybe this. Cool.
I might powder coat all this a cool color. Green.
I like it. Green.
No, it looks sick as is.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Well guys, we know she runs, so that's cool. It doesn't run all that good, I'm assuming, because obviously we threw a turbo kit on it. I'm not expecting it to run good on a stock tune. I'm gonna fire it up again, just for fun. I wanna see how she sounds again. Another cold start for the boys. All right, let's stop dicking around and do some other mods on this thing, get ready for some power. I'm still really curious to see what this thing's gonna make for power. I'm thinking like, so we're doing a flex fuel setup, pump gas, I hope 300, I don't know, 250, 280, 300, E85, maybe like 350. Drop a comment down below actually. If any of you guys have a boosted FRS or BRZ, what kind of sauce are you putting out on a stock block without completely grenading it? I have no clue. I'm so lost on these things because I've never built one before. Alrighty, so package number 1 from Beachworks. Fuel pump. She gotta be a fuel pump. I feel like everything that we're doing on this car is so tiny because what we just did on the 8 was massive fuel system wise. So we do have, cool. This is a single DW300C. Same exact pump that we run in the Blue 8, except in the Blue 8 we have 2 of these guys. This should be enough. It's 340 LPH at 40 PSI. I think this is gonna be plenty for what we're doing. And it is the C, so it is the shorter compact version. I think it fits the factory hanger pretty decent. And then the injectors, we went a little bit bigger than I was initially planning on. And I think these are actually the biggest injectors that DW makes. These are DW, are these 1200s? These are DW 1200s. That's wiring. So these guys should give us all of the freaking fuel that we'll ever need. I think, unless we do some crazy build. So I'm gonna have both of these guys linked down in the description box below. I'm unsure on wiring the fuel pump. I'm not sure if we're gonna have it hardwired. I need to talk to the tuner on that as well. There's a ton of things I need to ask the tuner, but I'm not sure if they are gonna recommend hardwiring it so it's constantly 12 volts, or I should just keep the stock wiring. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with the injectors. They look like they're a pain in the ass to get to on this thing, but let's dive into it. Pull the stock injectors out. How big are they? Honestly, I'm not sure. If I had to guess, like 400 cc max. Yeah, let's get these things pulled out. Like I said, I've never really done FRS, BRZ stuff before, but being that it's a Subaru engine, it's a boxer, I'm gonna go ahead and say the injectors are under that cover and under that cover over there as well. All right, that was not bad at all. We pulled off this ECU bracket. That is also the injector cover. There was 2 bolts for that and a few clips. And then we also pulled off the ECU just because it's kind of in the way. And that was 3 bolts for that guy. Now we have access to the fuel rail and the injectors. So the fuel rail is bolted on right here with 2 12 mils. Pull those guys off and that rail will kind of swing up, and then we can get those injectors swapped out. I'm gonna kind of blow off all of the dirt around that just because I don't want dirt falling down into our intake manifold. We are keeping the factory rails and all the lines and whatnot on this car. They should be plenty big enough for what we're doing. All right, we got the first 2 injectors out. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and make sure we got the right ones. They look proper. Wiring is most certainly going to be different, it looks like, and that is why they included these plug-and-play harnesses. All right, everything is plugged back in, good to go. Plug and play harnesses make life super easy. Black side goes onto the injector, and then the gray side comes up and plugs into the factory wiring. So passenger side injectors are all finished up. Let's go ahead and tackle the driver side. Should be the same concept. Just like that, my friends, injectors are in. You can't see them because of Subaru, but trust me, all the injectors are in. Let's go ahead and get everything else buttoned back up in this engine bay, and we can go ahead and move on to the fuel pump. Injectors are all finished up. Everything in the engine bay is put back together how it should be. ECU is back on. Let's move on to the fuel pump, which might be kind of a chore while the car's on the lift because the posts are probably going to be in the way. We got to pull out the rear seat, and then we should have access to the fuel pump hanger cover. Let's give it a shot. This is going to be difficult, but we'll get her figured out. Doors open, seat is slid forward. I want to say it's behind or underneath the seat here. So let's pop that 10 mil out, peel up the seat, and see what is going on. All right, wrong side. It is actually on the driver's side of the car. Aha. Okay, that's a little weird. It's kind of nasty. We have access to our fuel pump hanger. This is weird. I've never seen anything like this before, but I think it unthreads. So I have a hammer and I have a screwdriver. Let's try to get this thing unthreaded from the fuel tank. I think that's how it works. Hanger's out. Thank you Subaru / Toyota / Scion for making that easy, unlike Mitsubishi on the Evos, to get that out. Let's dive into it and see how hard this pump is going to be to fit. From what I understand, it should be pretty much plug and play. First mod, and I believe the only mod we need to do, is separate the fuel pressure regulator clip, so this clip over here, off of the fuel filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. We can get that piece back on our regulator, which is right there, a little different than what I'm used to. And then we can get the DW300C installed into our hanger. So this guy right here that we just cut is gonna go right back on there. Let's pop open the fuel pump and see what we gotta do here. Do we have to rewire this thing? Maybe, maybe not. Yes, we do. Oh wait, they include wiring. Sick. Okay, so all we're gonna do, let's grab, we put 3 O-rings on. So I think you can either do these 3 O-rings or you do the stock spacer cut in half in 1 O-ring or something like that. But it's easier just to do those 3. Get those guys on. Here's our wiring, which that plugs right into the stock. This plugs right into the factory hanger, which is super freaking nice, guys. Plug that in, so we don't need this. And that's pretty much all you gotta do. Let's get this guy installed. Beautiful 300C. This guy's 100% complete, ready to go back in the car. And this has most certainly been the easiest fuel pump install I've ever done. Usually when doing pumps, you gotta cut the hanger apart and whatnot, but these compact series Beachworks pumps are super freaking handy. Let's slap her back in the car. There are some marks that we gotta get lined up. So I'll show you guys what I do there. Okay, first off, don't get this black stuff on your hands, this glue shit, because it gets stuck on your hands, as you guys can see. So if you get it on your hands, you literally have to use brake cleaner or gasoline to get it off. It's really annoying. Don't get it on your hands. Fuel pump is installed and everything is lined up, all these marks, as you guys can see. So just make sure you get those marks lined up. Let's get the cover back on, the wiring plugged in, and see if she works. Now I really don't think she's gonna wanna fire up with these big old injectors in here, but let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. At the very least, we could prime the fuel system just to see if we have any leaks. But if it starts, cool. Battery. Well, she's priming fine. Let's fire it. Surprising. It ran better, it runs better now with the new fuel system and big old injectors than it did before. How does that even work? I don't even know. Either way, I don't see any leaks and she started, so we must have done something right. I know this build is already coming to an end. We do still have a few finishing touches and of course we gotta turn it way up. All you fast FRS and BRZ boys, if there's such thing, comment your favorite tuner down in the comment section below. If you guys want to pick up these DW injectors or the Beachworks fuel pump that we just installed on this car, I'll have them linked down below. That is gonna be a wrap for today, my friends. I'm gonna go home and eat tacos. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.